So let's go ahead and break this down. Lonely Poro, the ratios might go. Daring Poro might be a one-off. Lonely Poro, basically, think of Lonely Poro like Clump of Wumps. Basically, the idea is it's a card that's playable or in the early game, can be a trump blocker, and generates another card in your hand. Lonely Poro generates value over Clump of Wumps, because mostly mushrooms in the early game are used for discarding purposes. You're not really using them for Ezreal, maybe a couple of them, but you don't really need a lot. Mostly you're just discarding them. You're looking for card generation, so you have a bit more mana flexibility since it's a 1-1. A 2-2 stat line isn't really better than a 1-1 here because it doesn't really block into Fearsome either. And most importantly, the card that Lonely Poros is going to generate for you, which is a second 1-1, is going to be more important than the mushroom that Clump of Womp gives you, which can only be discarded, but a second 1-1 can be played against a lot of aggro decks. Then we've got Poro Herder, which is the real payoff here, which is effectively Chump Wump 4 and Chump Wump 5. Unlike Chump Wump, this card thins your deck. It's got the most ideal stat line in basically the entire game. 3-4. The dream stat line. You see this stat line all over the place in other games. There's almost no 3-4s in this game. 3 attack is all you need, baby, against Fearsome. 4 health is all you need because all removals at 3. So 3-4 is a premium stat line. It's got 1 less attack than Chump Wump, but it rarely ends up mattering. The most important thing about Poro Herder is A, it's giving you better cards than Chump Wump in the same way that Lonely Poro is giving you better cards than Clump of Wumps. And B, with Poro Herder, you are thinning your deck. You are drawing cards out of your deck, and you're getting them into your hand. That's so good. We get better odds for anything else we want to draw later. This is a really crazy combo. So I will say, it does seem very much like Poros don't belong in this deck. It seems like they're very trolly, but I guarantee you, they're not. Sentry back in feels really good, like a normal human being. Marksman at 3 feels great. Definitely Marksman could go not to 2 if we find something we really want. And, you know, there's a call for, well, like, Thermo Beam is kind of okay. It's not necessarily awful. I really hate Entreat. Good Cow, do you still like Entreat? Okay, raise your hand if you like Entreat in this deck. I really hate it. Like a lot. Sorry, I'm just updating the list on my page. So this is Fura Karma. Wow, that's interesting. God, I don't think Brittle Steel is that. Wow, Brittle Steel is actually probably good enough to keep here. This is weird. It does nothing. Bad card, Nightmare. My 2 considerations from this point are 1 Thermo Beam and 2nd Avalanche. I think I like that line of thought. I tend to agree with that. What's the 1 Thermo Beam doing? I would say for me, the number one tip I have from like a deck building perspective is every decision is a 2-step process of asking the right question and then answering that question. That's really important. So like, the question is, what does the deck need? What are problems? Hand states or matchups, right? And then the answer is gonna be, you know, what solves this problem, right? So, you know, what does Thermo Beam solve? I mean, if he standalones that, do I mind? Oh god, he's doing like the attack before standalone. I would do that against this deck. Whatever. I can't play into standalone here, I think. It's just like too vulnerable for no reason. I actually really don't mind getting early chip damage in, I think. Wow, this is so weird. Yeah, I can't mind getting chip damage in.
Hear that?
I can't. We want answer to hack rim and answer sack rim. Yep. No, that's the thing that Thermo Beam does the most is answer hack rim. It's a pretty common card as well. The one awkwardness is that's also the deck that most commonly is running a couple of denies, and that's like a 6-mana deniable spell. I mean, I can kind of force a standalone at the marksman here. I don't even think that's horrible, honestly. If he stands alone after the marksman, then it's still going to be in brittle steel range as well. This is actually quite a fun play. I kind of like this. Looks good. Can Thermo be played at 0? Yes, it can, which is actually nice sometimes. Like sometimes just like the trigger for either the Ezreal level up at 0 mana or the Ezreal kill at 0 mana can be nice. So I think Thermo definitely could fit back into this list over maybe one marksman. I could see that. All right, I fully updated the easy deck on the Mobilex page as well as the website. And yeah, I think I might change one more card. I don't know, man. The fact that marksman is like proactive blocker levels Ezreal. Oh, so good. It's so good. Marksman feels good for fearsomes as well. Yeah, marksman feels good for fearsomes. That's kind of the entire idea. I think I'm pretty ready to jam this up. I mean, even if he's got like standalone again and he takes like an efficient block, that's fine. I don't really care. Like these units aren't really doing anything anyway with how his deck is built, so it doesn't really matter. It's not a bad spot for Brittle Steel. Basically deals 5 damage to his face and keeps my unit alive. And we might actually be the aggressor here, oddly enough. Like, I think I actually do need to kill him fairly quickly. His health is low enough that I might skip leveling Ezreal and just use my spells to kill his face. And that's a hard choice that this deck has to make sometimes. I've misplayed that choice a few times before, and it's felt really bad.
These are dangerous lands.
So we're gonna have to get excited, but we don't have enough mana for Jump Bomb. But we've got the Sinister Poro coming in, so that feels great.
I go unseen.
I think I have to prioritize killing the lifesteal one, actually. I think the lifesteal one is gonna matter more here. Oh god. Oh, that's close. Oh, that is close. Whew. It has to be the lifesteal one, right? It literally does have to be. It's actually not even close. Why am I even thinking about this? Of course it's the lifesteal one. Okay. And if he has like a weird card like Radiant Strike or Chain Vest, then we'll just Mystic Shot it too. So we've got a pretty sweet open attack. Archer's not bad. That can really stop blockers. Wow. We have like a good aggression spot, dude. Like he's at 7, no judgment. And we've got Ice Veil Marksman to 8 mana total, which means we do have Marksman into Ice Veil into Mystic Shot, so we can curve our entire hand. He doesn't really have AoE options here. I do think Marksman is probably hitting for top value, unless there is another option in this deck for the deck to kill something at 1. I will open with Archer because he might... Some of these decks run Green Glade Duo and some of them run River Shaper still. I think most of them have cut out River Shaper from what I've seen. But either way, if he does that, Avraz Marksman will be hitting higher value. Whereas there's not actually a lot I can think of where he would play something in. I would want to change my Archer target, but I might want to change my Marksman target.
You're covered.
I mean, we could just go in for an attack right now. Oh, let's just go for the jump bump attack.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
I mean, these mushrooms might be pushing our lethal. We're just going in, dude. We're just fucking hamming this up. Shoving our fist in this guy. You need Monk S? Monarch S? Wait, what's Monarch S? You guys are always using all these weird emotes that I don't know. I feel like such a boomer around you guys, you know that? This feels great. I think he's really low on options.
Water changes.
Oh, he does have a Shaper. So attack order shouldn't really matter here.
In Avarosa's name.
Kinda can't.
You cannot escape. I'll stop you.
This guy's about to take some damage.
Strike, we will reform.
Strike, we will reform. I'm just going in, right? I'm just using like clouds for face damage, I think.
A gift from the river folk.
So the River Shaper version is likely Tide's version, which means one of health potion. I have to go in. I have to go in, dude. I'm moving. Let's go. Mushrooms are in. Okay. Dude's at 5. Feels pretty good. He must be on like a double judgment hand or something awkward. Dude, if this could go face, if Marksman's thing, actually, it probably would never be used in this deck. Like, literally almost never. 0 shrooms. Guys, chill. He's got 10 left. We've got plenty of time to shroom this boy up. Plenty of time. This was a really bad draw, by the way. We might lose.
Strength and grace, beauty is the blade.
Zoinks.
For the honor.
Oh, no! Man, if only Avaros and Sentry wasn't a literally useless card. If only Marksman could target Sentry. See, this is the problem with Sentry. Like, imagine if the Sentry was a clump of lumps right now, I'd have, like, my Rummage, you know? But it's just the Sentry, so it does nothing.
The dark beckons.
How come he gets the draw? Why doesn't my deck have good cards? I think we lost, boys. It's like, okay, he's on Judgment Deny, so I do a full swing. Full swing with double shot. And he does the Judgment Deny. Yeah, I think this is good.
Fresh tracks.
That is definitely a bit of a top keck, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. So if he's on Judgment Deny, he's gonna float this. And Judgment Deny is, by the way, all over this guy's range right now. Like, he's running the 2 Deny version of the deck, almost confirmed. And he's like representing a really clunky hand. And I think that runs 3 denies. Yeah, it should run 3 denies as well. So it's like, even though it's a 2 of and a 3 of, he's on like the 7 card hand. That feels good. So it's just like full attack with everything and we're just good. He actually doesn't have it, wow.
My shield is yours.
Interesting. I mean, Judgment No Deny feels good. It's a full attack. It has to be a full attack. I can't not full attack this. Now his Judgment needs a +1. Judgment plus Radiant Strike. It literally has to be a full attack. There's no possible way it's not a full attack here. I should have a 3 on the left side. No, let's do this.
It's too late for you. You cannot escape.
So now he Judgments with the barrier 1.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
Is he gonna let this through? Dude, this is so weird, man. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, fuck. So the only way to stop the lifesteal is to not let our sentry die. But I very literally need this sentry to die. If the sentry doesn't die, I can't win. So I Mystic Shot my own sentry to deal 3 damage and stop his lifesteal and get my card. So I start with a Mystic Shot on my sentry and then let it through. And then all we need to do is just top deck, like, get excited. Is he denying me? What a dick! Dude, Sentry feels so bad, man. It's like this card just never draws. Like, it's never once drawn a card in its life. At least now I can discard it with Rummage. This is actually great. He's letting me discard it. Fuck yes.
Press on.
This is really bad, by the way. Wait. This is actually so weird. This is so strange. I think I now have to Mystic Shot the 5/2. Because he's tapped for deny. And I need to survive an extra turn no matter what. And I actually think leveling Ezreal is probably going to end up being the win condition here. So I actually do have to go in on this. If he has like a fucking Radiant Strike, we lost. This version, Tide's version runs 0 Radiant Strike, 0 Chain Vest, and he just told us he doesn't have a health potion in hand either. God, do I actually have to play this sentry? God fucking damn it. I mean, he has to kill the sentry. He can't not kill it. I think I have to play the sentry, guys. I actually think I have to.
These old eyes still see far.
It's fine, he'll kill it. It's fine. It's fine. One mushroom. Down to fuck! Please. Not like this. We can't end it like this, dude. She's at 4. He has no health potion. Should have shot the Nexus. Guys, if we shoot the Nexus, we literally lose.
The Order rewards its faithful.
Like, he has the Lifesteal Fiora, guys. We didn't have 4 damage to Nexus.
The finest blades for my liege.
I need only one to win.
Okay, that's alright. We've developed a blocker here.
I never hold back.
Look, our 2-1 Everest and Sentry is going places, you guys. This is great. I'm fine. We're good. We're good.
On guard.
Oh.
Alert the village.
2 down.
And now here's another interesting question. Are we discarding Avalanche? Because I think we have to. Okay, he's still got 9 puff caps left in the deck. 9 puff caps left in the deck. And we hit nothing. I mean, Brutal Steel is worth more than Avalanche, so we're always rummaging Avalanche here. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Neat! So we want the Fiora to be Brittle Stealable if something were to happen. Alright, so it's usually first deny here. Man, what a good card this is. 7 out of 8. Oh, he's thinking like if he fizzles the Shadow Assassin, maybe? Don't mind if I do. Let's do it again. Come on, baby. Show me that deny. Show it! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There it is. Woo. Oh. The top deck wizard. How does he do it? How does he draw into double static shock? Get excited. Just